Okay, hi everyone. Here we are going to see about the Unit 4 continuation part. So, in this presentation, we are going to see about the break-even analysis. So, in this break-even analysis, we are going to see the what is a break-even analysis and how we have to derive it in the flow chart. Then we have to know about the analysis methods, what are the analysis methods have been occurred, then margin of safety as well as the uses of break-even points have been discussed briefly. So the introduction. So break-even analysis, which is used to determine how the sales volume are used in the business, and it is needed to start making a profitable one. So the break-even analysis will make the useful developing pricing strategy that will be either a part of a marketing plan or business plan. In economics and business, most of the break-even analysis will be defined that cost accounting and a break-even point. So this will analyze the cost of the business persons, and it will make the revenue as well as the expenses. So in that revenue there will be two types. One is the no-net loss or no-net gains. So these two has been provided broken even. So total cost is equal to total revenue, that is equal to break even point. Next, in this figure we have analyzed that one side there is will be the units and another side there will be the dollars. So here when you are giving into the sales profit means you have to gain both the profit as well as the loss. So in that the equal amount of the profit as well as the loss will be occurred in some of the business levels. So we have to calculate that total cost. So the center point of the profit as well as the loss which could be occurred in the sales is known as the break-even point. So this will be analyzed by both the units as well as the dollar points. Next, break-even analysis. How we have to analyze the break-even point means in order to calculate how the profitable product will be, and it also firstly look at the cost, price and the revenues which have been involved in the analysis. So there are two basic types of costs company will impose. They are variable cost as well as the fixed cost. So first is the variable cost. So it means that the cost which have been changed with the changes in the production level or sales. So examples we can include cost of materials which has been used in the production of goods. Second thing will be the fixed cost. So it means it remains that roughly the same regardless of sales or output levels. For example, we can say that rent, insurance and also the wages, all things will be comes under the fixed cost. Next is the unit price. So unit price means the amount of money that can be charged to the customer for each unit that can be produced by the services. So this will be known as the unit price. Total cost means the fixed cost as well as the total variable cost. Both are combined together to form the total cost. So sum of the fixed cost and total variable cost for any given level of production is called as total cost. Next, total variable cost. So the production of a product that can be expected the unit sales and variable unit cost. So that is expected unit sales plus variable into variable unit cost is known as the total variable cost. Next, total revenue. So it means that the product of a expected unit sales and the unit price is known as the total revenue. Next, profit or loss. So it means that the monetary gain or loss which will be resulting from the revenues after subtracting all the associated cost. That is the total revenue minus total cost. Here is the break-even analysis. So there will be the cost or revenue process and output or sales. So when we are giving the fixed cost, total cost and value cost, so variable cost. So these will be happened in a particular manner. So if the Q1 is occurs, that is the profit will be occurs with the total cost. That is they will minus the profit of rupees 2. So losses will be occur after that when the point of a break-even analysis point. After that it will be decreases to the first frequent cost. So total cost as well as the output sales cost of everything will be analysis by this break-even point. Next, margin of safety. So it will represent that the strength of the business. So it will enable the business to know what is the exact amount that have been gained or lost in the business. So whether they can have a over or below the break-even point or not. So margin of safety is equal to current output minus break-even output, or margin of safety is equal to actual loss, actual sales minus break-even point sales. So the percentage of safety will be calculated as a current output minus a break-even output divided by current output into 100. So this will be known as the margin of safety percentage that we can calculate through the business. Whatever else the strength have been included in the processing. Next, break-even analysis diagram. So when you are getting the revenue on that process means there will be total cost, variable cost and fixed cost. So the margin safety will be occurs from Q1, Q2 and Q3. So that will be that TR, the TR will be for the margin of safety. It shows how far the sales can fall before losses made. So if Q1 is 1000 and Q2 is 1800, the sales could fall by 800 itself. So the units before the loss would be made. So higher price would be lower than the break-even point, and the margin of the safety would be widened. So this will be occurs in this break-even analysis. So whenever the higher points are occur, due to the losses of occurrence, the margin of safety will be widen their points. Uses of break-even point. So what are the uses occurs in the break-even point means? First, helpful in designing the minimum quantity of sales. Next, it is helpful in determination of tender prices. Helpful in examining the effects which is upon the organization profitability. It is helpful in deciding about the substitution of new plants. It is helpful in sales price and quantity, and also at last it is helpful in determining the marginal cost. Next is the limitations. So the break-even analysis, which is only a supply side, that will cost analysis. So it can tell what is sales are actually likely to be, or the products that can be various prices. So it will assume that fixed costs are constant. So we have to assume average variable costs that are constant per unit of output, at least in the range of likely quantities of sales. So it will assume that the quantity of goods produced is equal to the quantity of goods sold. So we can have the there is no change in the quantity of the goods that can be held in the inventory of the beginning of the period. So quantity of goods will be held in the inventory of the end period also. So in multiple product companies, it will have a relative proportions at the end of the each products that can be sold or produced at the constant. Conclusions. So the company should determine its break-even point before selling its products. So here, in order to know the prices of your product means you first have to know how to calculate the break-even point. then only we can analyze the prices of the each products. So the break-even analysis is a supply side analysis, and it is only analyze the cost of the sales only. It will not analyze the price of the products. So it does not analyze how demand the product will be and how affected at the different price levels. So we can analyze the price of the product by making the supply side analysis or analyze the cost of the sales. Through that we can analyze the break even analysis point.